CIP Community Improvement Program Committee meeting, and it is Wednesday, May the 25th at 4:05. We'll begin the meeting. Thanks for joining, everyone. And first in line will be the land acknowledgement. Julia, if you could go through that, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So today, May 25th, 2022, we acknowledge that this is sacred land on which Smith Falls is now located and has been the site of human activity for over 10,000 years and is rich in Indigenous history. This land is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation. We are grateful for the Algonquin ancestors who cared for the land and water in order that we might meet here today. We are also grateful for the Algonquin people for their contributions in making the Rideau Canal, which runs through Smith Falls. We are mindful of broken covenants and the need to reconcile with our relations. Together, we care for this land and each other, drawing on the strength of our mutual history of nation building through peace and friendship, being mindful of generations to come.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, next on our list is approval of the minutes. Hopefully everyone's read the minutes. Any changes, omissions, concerns regarding the minutes that were sent out for Wednesday, January the 12th? So it's been 4 months since we've had a meeting. That's quite a break for us. Yeah. Okay, so no omissions or anything. So I'd ask somebody to move and second the minutes, please. Julia will move and Dorothy will second. All of us in favor. Chris, I'm going to, oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, disclosure of monetary interest. Is there any disclosure of monetary interest today? No? Okay, perfect. Project updates. Mary, this is yours.
So I just thought I would update you since it's been 4 months. So we have commenced the Community Improvement Plan Policy Development Project. So generally, we are looking to update the downtown and waterfront area CIP, as well as add provisions to support attainable housing. So in a nutshell, I'll tell you what we've done to date. So the consulting agency, Dillon Consulting, who was chosen, has hosted a public information center that was held on May 17th. So this was to provide an initial public engagement opportunity on the project. So during the PIC, participants were surveyed to help guide the preliminary stages of policy development, and this survey is now available on Speak Up Smith Falls until the end of this week. So if you haven't already, please go and provide your input. So from here on out, basically from the public information we've received, the consulting agency will be preparing an issues and options memo, and that's actually scheduled to be presented to the committee on June 8th, 2022. In addition to the CIP committee being present for that, we're also going to have the technical advisory committee, which won't seem like that much more than the CIP committee. It consists of myself, Julia, the clerk, Carrie Costello, as well as senior planner Granke. So we'll all be there in attendance as well to hear the presentations for the issues and options report on June 8th.
Okay, so June 8th is actually our next meeting, right?
That's correct.
So we need to have a note come out sort of stressing the importance that everybody should be attending that meeting because it's critical that we hear what they have to say and they can hear what we have to say also. So full committee is critical for that day. How many people were on the call besides the town or our committee?
So we only had, well, we had more registrants. We had maybe 7 or 8 registrants, but only 3 individuals attended, which is why the survey ended up being posted online so we could get additional feedback.
Okay, how are they advertising that it's there?
The survey. So I do understand that our new communications coordinator has posted on social media to kind of trigger people coming out. We've also, during the MHC meeting, it was discussed. So Again, on social media, people have likely heard me talk about it alongside Councillor McGuire. And there's supposed to be some reminder notices being posted. So that's feedback's going to be pulled from the website, I believe, Friday morning.
Has it gone out to the Chamber of Commerce and the Downtown Business Association?
I believe Julia suggested it. I'd defer to her to confirm if the communications coordinator circulated.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, I haven't seen anything on the Chamber's website about it, or on the Chamber's Facebook site about it, but hopefully it's gone out to members. It's important that they
As part of their newsletter. So I don't know when
Okay.
the last time the chamber put out their newsletter, but I'll follow up with Leslie and Nora as well directly.
Okay, perfect, because we need to get that out there to people. All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Mary. I appreciate that. Okay, priority issues, 3 Russell Street East, Program 1. You're on again.
Sure. Anyway, so just before I get into the details of the report, I just wanted to confirm the availability of funding in the CIP reserve. So we do actually have, it's increased a small amount, $1,488.60 right now to fund CIP applications. So this amount was recently increased because there was a small amount from a previously approved project that was not needed for funding purposes. So it was previously 1377 and now we're at 1488 and some change. So we do have maybe a couple of small applications there. So just as an overview for this report, CIP 2022-02 for 3 Russell Street East. This is a Program 1 application. So the property that's subject to this application is actually municipally known as 55 to 59 Beckwith Street North, but the commercial unit is addressed 3 Russell Street East. So this is to support the production of a fascia and projecting sign for a new business to our downtown core, Revive Hair Studio. So the fascia sign is proposed to be 12.1 feet square in area and will be situated above the primary business entrance and street facing window. The projecting sign will be oval shaped and project roughly 2 feet from the building base and will be located on the west side of the street facing facade, approximately 10 feet above grade. Both signs will, are proposed to consist of exterior painted black with outdoor rated MDF and white woodcut lettering. Further, the projecting sign will be held and secured with a bracket that resembles wrought iron, which is consistent with the requirements of our current sign bylaw. So signs should be evaluated in accordance with section 2.5 of the Downtown Core and Design Guidelines approved by council, as you know, and our evaluation criteria is consistent with that. We only required one quotation for this application actually because it's under $2,000. That's consistent with our procurement bylaw. So that one quotation came back at a cost of $1,255 before applicable taxes. Further to that, the committee is also delegated approval authority for anything less than $4,000. So the committee can ultimately make this decision and council just needs us to give permission to execute a funding agreement. So in accordance with all of this information, the applicant is eligible for a matching funds grant of 50% to a maximum $10,000, provided the funding threshold is no lower than $500,000. So the quotation provided demonstrates a maximum eligible funding amount of $627.50. So this would still leave a small amount remaining to fund an additional project if we received an application. So for the committee's convenience, I did provide the evaluation matrix previously developed by the committee for evaluating Program 1 applications. As per your direction, you're welcome to fill it out, but I also know for small applications under 4,000, the committee has also made the decision not to complete it in some cases, so that's entirely at your discretion. Just as a last note, there's a few items here just for your consideration about whether or not you need more information to assess the application, if you feel that this complies with the Downtown Core Design Guidelines, and whether or not you feel that this application is qualifies for full or partial funding. I've also provided a draft motion for your consideration as well, which can be amended depending on what the decision is tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Any discussion on this? Dorothy, any comments?
No, I thought it looked fine. Nice looking signage.
Good. Julia?
Yeah, I agree with Dorothy as well. I think it meets all the requirements and, you know, it's a very minimal cost to have a new sign for our business. So I'm definitely supportive of it.
Great. Chris, I don't know. I know you're on mute and I don't know if you can speak. Okay, you're off mute. Would you like to add anything?
Sure, if you can hear me okay.
Yeah.
I noticed in the quote that it didn't include the installation in the price. So I was wondering, is that something we could fund them for? Like for their total, whatever their total cost is, just to give them a little bit more for it, or?
So absolutely, it can be included in the cost. Unfortunately, the applicant was having difficulty getting a quote for the labor that was going to accompany the installation. So they decided to apply without the installation costs.
Fair enough. So I guess my preference would be if we could approve the sign plus installation cost, and if we leave that a little bit open-ended, as long as they get it in before we allocate the rest of the funds, then they know they can have access to that money if they move quick.
Sounds like a great idea. Julia, you okay with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dorothy?
Yeah, yes, that's a
Okay.
good idea.
I think it is also. So maybe we can get a motion as per Mary's note, but just Mary, if you could add something in there just to include installation costs if they have installation costs. That'd be
Perfect, I can do
okay? Okay, so if someone could move this motion, that would be terrific. Dorothy, would you move
Yes,
it?
I'll move it. Yeah.
Okay, Julia, would you second it, please? Thank you. All in favor? Okay, we're all in favor, unanimous. That's perfect. Passed and ready to move on. Now, Mary, because it's such a low amount, does this go to council or does this get approved in the planning section?
So technically, the committee is the approval authority in accordance with policy, but we do still have to go to council to ask their permission to execute an agreement between the town and the applicant. So
Okay.
at this point, I mean, obviously pending proof of installation costs, the applicant could install at this point, and we would still be able to go to council, and council can authorize the agreement accordingly.
Excellent. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so we're down to roundtable. Dorothy, would you, have you got anything to add today?
I do not.
Okay, terrific. Julia?
Not
No?
CIP related anyways.
Okay, terrific. Chris, anything to add?
Nothing for today. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Mary, anything?
No, nothing from me.
Okay, I would just, and I have nothing to add, but I just remind everyone that the next meeting on June the 8th is a very important meeting where we're talking about future policy for the CIP. So it's critical that we're all there for the next meeting, and I'll just leave it with that. Okay.
Sorry, that's it. What time's that one at?
4 o'clock.
Okay, so it's our perfect. All right, thank you.
It's actually our regular meeting date on the 8th, 4 o'clock. Yeah. So Mary, if you could get something out to everybody, just showing the importance of being there, I'd appreciate that.
Yep.
Okay.
Sent out a couple, but I'll reiterate.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, terrific. I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 4:19. Thank you very much. That was a short meeting.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you getting together for this.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye.